All right, what's up, family? I'm just give you a more intimate one on this one here. And I'm gonna title this one, Reasons I've Never Been a Fake. Real reasons why I've never been one to put on fakes and fronts for nobody. Why? It's because that's very disingenuous. And that's gonna be the word of the day. And what does disingenuous mean? It means not genuine. It means dishonest. It means a liar, a fake, someone putting on fronts, someone not trustworthy. See what I'm saying? That's all this, someone giving you fake things about themselves or information that's all a lie. But I'm gonna give you two stories, personal stories of my own, growing up, while early in my life, I had learned very early, it don't pay to be a fake. It really don't. Because remember that statement you heard Tupac say years ago? A lot of people out here is fake. And see, just watch people. Because you can only fake for so long until eventually you're going to get exposed. When a person get exposed, they be real embarrassed. Y'all know what I'm talking about. People that they at work, the car get towed, they come running out of the salon. Hey, that's my car! That's my car! No, now the whole world know you behind on your payments. Getting evicted out of the house. But meanwhile, you got all the latest and greatest fashion. But meanwhile, sheriff's at your house kicking you out. So it's quite embarrassing. You on a plane putting up a show that you got this seat and you really don't. Or how many times we've seen people on the plane got all the latest and greatest fashion, but they sitting in coach. Maybe they saving money. But to some degree, you go, y'all know what I'm talking about. People always being disingenuous and fake. So let's get on with it. I'm going to give you two personal stories of mine. The one I'm going to deal with when I was in high school. Now, I remember when I was in high school, I'm going to say it was about the 11th grade. It was about the 11th grade. Now, in the 11th grade, I had an older brother. My older brother, he was a busy guy in the streets, doing street things, making a little side money, doing stuff. He was a man at one point, right? And my older brother at this time, he used to let me, when I'm going to school at the time, occasionally, he would give me a bunch of jewelry and tell me I could hold it. I could wear it to school and all this type of stuff. Man, I thought, oh man, I'm gonna be the joint up here, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna walk up in here looking fresh to death, you know what I'm saying? See, you see what I'm saying? Remember the title of the video is Reasons I've Never Been a Fake. But see, when we growing up, we are adolescents. We learn hard lessons. So it ain't that I was a fake at this point, but these were learning lessons, stepping stones. So anyway, back to the story. My brother used to give me a bunch of gold. I remember this one day, and whenever he didn't give me gold, I used to go to New Brunswick to my cousin's house, and then my cousin would give me a whole bunch of his gold. Yeah, man, you can rock that, man, whatever, right? So on this one day, I remember I had went to New Brunswick, got a bunch of my cousin gold. To some degree, let's be honest, I was fronting. But I didn't look at it as fronting because this is my family, this is my cousin. I'm just wearing his stuff, no different than when we was kids. We wore each other's sneakers. Or my brother, we wore each other clothes, you know what I'm saying? But but he's much older than me. But anyway, so this upcoming week, I got the new suede jacket. I got new fresh gear that I bought, you know what I'm saying? So I got new clothes, but to make it even more fresh to death, I'm gonna go to New Brunswick, go hook up with my cousin, and ask him can I borrow his gold. He had these big fat gold braces about 4 to 5 inches thick, right? Well, width-wise. So I had both his bracelets. Then he had a whole bunch of gold chains. And then back in Elizabeth where we live, my brother, he had them big dookie. See, back in the day, this is what we used to call them. The big dookie gold rope chains. See, we call, you get what I'm saying, why we used to call them the dookie rope gold chain. Because it was like a big old rope. It was, the gold chain was about that. It was about 2 inches thick. And we used to call him, that's what we used to call him. Man, he got the dookie fat gold chain. You know what I'm saying? That's how jokes, man, he got that dookie fat gold chain. So he gave me the dookie fat gold chain and then a bunch of other gold chains, maybe the inch long, inch wide herringbone. And then my brother gave me the 2-finger eagle ring on that finger, ring on that. I had rings on all, and they weren't no little rings. These were big gold rings, like big old joints. I had gold rings on all 4 of my fingers, on all of my fingers, except my thumbs on both hands. I had the big fat dookie gold chain, all these other gold chains, the suede jacket, the fresh gear, right? Imagine, I'm like in 11th grade. Young adolescents, young and dumb. That's exactly what it was, really, to be honest. But anyway, I'm rocking all my, and I had the bracelets on both hands. So I'm looking, so I made sure I roll up the sleeve. You know how jokers be doing in this day and age. They always got to show their watch, their iPhone watch or whatever watch. It's like, and then they be talking, they got to be always doing this. And so you can see, you know how jokers be fronting. But anyway, I'm in 11th grade. I walk to school feeling fresh to death. You know what I'm saying? Walking, thinking I'm the joint. Ain't none of this gold mine. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, well, it's fronting, but it's my brother and my cousin stuff, so I'm not feeling like I'm fronting. But anyway, while I'm in school, I remember I was in this class. What was it? The English class. I was in English class. And I remember the security guard. I'm going to do a video on that too, because this is important with this dude, Johnny. Johnny was the security guard. Johnny was from the neighborhood. Johnny was a taller guy, in shape. You know what I'm saying? Johnny was a real, genuine dude. I'm definitely going to do a video on him, talking about role models. But anyway, when I got out of class, I remember Johnny was sitting right outside the class, leaning up against the wall, literally waiting for me. And when I got out of class, he did this to me. As soon as I came out of the door, he went like this. He said, come here, come here. And I hate when people do that, come here. Remember back in the days, girls used to do that? Come here, come here. Don't come here at me. That made me like, get out of here. But Johnny was somebody in the neighborhood we respected. So Johnny, he had this disgusted look on his face. He was like, yo, come here, come here. And I was like, oh, John, man, what I do wrong now? But we respected Johnny. I was like, damn, what I do now? And then I reluctantly went over to him. And I was like, what's up, man? And the whole time, he had this disgusting look on his face. This is a guy that respected me and my family, but he had a disgusting look on his face. He's like, yo. As soon as I got close to him, he said, what the hell is wrong with you? Then he put his hand on my shoulder like this. He said, what the hell is wrong with you? And then he grabbed my chains and went like this one. He said, what the hell you got all this stuff on for? Man, you know people gonna talk. Man, you walk to school with this crap on? I said, yeah, man, but this is my brother. He said, man, I know your brother. He said, man, and he told you it's okay to come to school like this. He said, listen, I don't know what you into, but he said, yo, this is not you. He said, now I know you running the street, this and that. He said, but this is not you. You wearing all this stuff. He said, man, you gonna make every teacher, the principal, everybody in the school, every student, you gonna make them talk. You gonna make cops look at you a certain way by the way you dress. Man, what the hell is wrong with you? I know you got more sense than that. The hell when you make a fool of yourself, you make a fool of me. What do you mean make a fool? You're not even family. But see, this was somebody care about you. See, when somebody really care about you, they talk to you like that. They push you to be better. They challenge you. You get what I'm saying? And he right. Because even when I was walking home from school, even the rest of that day in school, I felt a little lost. Yeah, jokers was like, yeah, yo, you got all the fresh junk. Yo, every time I walk in the hallway, walk in the classroom, jokers looking at me like, yeah, like you the man, right? But inside, I felt shallow as hell. Johnny, man, what Johnny said to me, man, it hit me to the core because Johnny really did care. That's why I said I'm doing another video telling you more about Johnny. And when somebody I look up to said that to me, I don't think I ever went to school like that again. Obviously, I walked on. People didn't mess with me because, for one, back in them days, that's all I used to do was fight. And then not on top of that, the reputation of my brother, he was very well known. So jokers didn't really mess with me. But when the jokers that did, they knew, yo, June always fighting. But, man, Johnny, he kind of crushed me that day, rightfully so. It made me check myself to be like, hey, man, I'm kind of fronting. You know what I'm saying? And yo, he right. What if I'm walking home, cops would have seen me? What if it was a dirty cop and then just start harassing me? Even on the day I don't got all that stuff, I'm drawing attention to myself. That's what Johnny was telling me. You're putting a target on your back, man. What's wrong with you? You see? Every now and then you need somebody like that to check you. But anyway, I'm going to give you another story because like I said, you know how a lot of people love fronting. Their whole life is about fronting, putting on a front for somebody. Let me give you one more. I remember when I was a little kid, right? I'm going to say about the second grade, something like this. This is how far this go back, where I realized that fronting stuff, that's not me, man. I can't be doing that. Anyway, it was this older man in the neighborhood. He had a Corvette. You know what I'm saying? He had a Corvette. We thought, man, that's the baddest car in the world. You know how you talk back in the days. Back then, you used to say stuff like that. Yo, man, that car right there, man. Yo, that's the joint, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that car bad, man. You know, that's how we talk back then, right? Yo, that car the joint. Man, when I get older, I'm going to get a car just like that, man, because that car the joint. Man, I'm going to get all the ladies just like that guy, man. Because that's how me and my friends, we looked at this dude, right? We was like, man, he got a Corvette. Man, that car is bad, man. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then we would see him at the corner store or wherever. Whenever we see him, he had a pretty woman with him. But we knew he lived around the corner from us with this other fine lady. But we see him with different ladies. We was like, man, he the man. He the man. Man, we be seeing him with all these different ladies and stuff. And he got that bad car. That's the joint. Man, I want to be like him when I get older, man. I want to be just like him, man. Yeah, as little kids, that's how we thought. I remember one day we got out of school. We walked by the house. He was sitting on the porch. And we tell him how nice his car is. And, man, how it's the joint, man. Yo, man, I'm going to get a car just like yours when I get older, man. That car the baddest car in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, y'all like my car? He said, yo, y'all want to sit on it? We was like, yeah. And he was like, y'all want to sit behind the wheel? Man, he opened the car door and let us sit in the seat. I was in the driver's seat, my friend was on the passenger. Then he let us switch. He said, I ain't going to start up now. I ain't no fool. He said, but y'all can sit in. Man, we thought this guy was the world's greatest. We was like, man, he even let us sit in his car, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he bad, man. He cool. That's how we thought. But on this other day, while we coming on, it was like on a weekend, on a Saturday, while we coming from the store eating our candy, you know, our jingles, our Nanleys and all this, all of a sudden, all we seen that guy in the middle of the yard with his underwear on, with just his underwear, no shirt or nothing, just his underwear and some black socks. And it wasn't church socks, because I remember I was like, who the heck wear black socks? I know that sounds weird, but that's how my mind was thinking. I was like, yo, he got black socks that all the way up to his kneecaps. Like, what? Those only black socks I ever seen is church socks. Like, he got on, because, you know, back then, we wore the socks that had the colors, you know, the three stripes, you know, it was like blue, gray, blue, or green, yellow, green, you know, like the football colors, burgundy, yellow, burgundy, you know, so you be like, yo, I got the Dallas, I got the Redskins, I got the Jets, you know, stuff like that. I seen this guy with black socks. He was naked. He had on some black socks, underwear, and that's it. And he had a whole handful of clothes in his hands, and he was yelling up to the lady. His lady was throwing his clothes out the window, calling him all kind of obscenities. You son of a man, you ain't hit. I should have never let your sorry ass move in my house. And he was like, yo, stop throwing my clothes all out. Come on, girl. Come on, let me explain. She ain't nothing. I love you. Don't do that to me, baby. Don't do that, baby, please. And then she throwing something else down. He's like, no, don't do that. Don't throw my radio. Do the, no. Oh, why would you do that? Oh, baby, please. Baby. Yo, now we little kids. We seen this man at his lowest. The same guy that we had so much respect for got exposed. And even though we just little kids, like in the second grade, so what we like 7 years old? Yo, seeing this guy like that in his underwear, his lady throwing y'all know, y'all seen this before. I never liked seeing women do stuff like that. I don't let the whole neighborhood know your business. Oh, that's so ugly. Throwing all his stuff out, he out there naked. And she's like, yeah, go stay with the little floozy that you was with. Now I see why you ain't a no good dad. You know, you like one of the worst dads there is. You ain't never been there. And we was like, we didn't even know he had kids. We never seen him with kids. So now all the truth coming out. She said, go stay with your little floozy. Go stay with her and her little raggedy place where she stay. Man, as little kids, it wasn't so much that it was funny. It was embarrassing. This the guy that let us sit in his car. We felt for this dude. We was like, damn, that's messed up. The whole way when we kept walking up the street, we wasn't laughing. We felt sorry for this guy. Like, yo, his lady embarrassed him, man, in front of the whole neighborhood. But you see, even though that happened when I was just a kid, like 7 years old, whatever, that stained in my brain. Oh, this guy was fronting. You was living with another lady in her house and you messing around with her. She caught you. She exposed you. Then she threw you out and threw all your stuff out. And you really ain't got nowhere to go. But you got your car. Who knows if he making payments on that? So you see what I'm saying? even as a little kid, it made me say, nah, I could never be one of these fronting people because I ain't gonna get exposed. You know what I'm saying? I could never be disingenuous. That's why I love being genuine. You know, it's an art to being genuine because no matter how much time go by or how much somebody try to pry, they gonna see the same old. Like, nah, that dude's solid. Ain't nothing fronting about him. You know, I remember I knew this guy. He would have a different motorcycle in his garage, right? And then I'm over his house one day, I'm chatting with him. He's telling me, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just bought this. What you think about my new bike? I just bought a new bike. And I know who bike that is. Little do he know. And I'm like, oh my God, some people love lying. Oh, I know a guy working on other people's stuff and they got stuff in their garage or driveway and they study saying, yeah, I bought this. Or you see them riding other people's cars or bikes and they act like it's theirs. And it's like, I don't put no energy into them because I know a fronting person when I see one. You get what I'm saying? Y'all know these type of people. But see, it's those lessons growing up that made me always say and know, nah, it ain't worth being a fronting, disingenuous person. See, I like being real. And when you're being real, it makes you authentic. See, when you're authentic, no one can point any fallacies or in disingenuous thing about you. They could pry all they want. And no matter how far they dig, they be like, man, that guy's solid. That guy always been solid. Ain't nothing fake about him. You could pry all you want, or you could make up stuff all you want. But truth of the matter is, people that really know him, and if you really know him, you be like, man, that guy's solid. So I love being solid. Work on, for all y'all out there, in closing, who putting on the front or know someone being in the front, work on being more solid, real, genuine, opposed to disingenuous. Because when you're genuine, it makes you authentic. It makes you unique. It makes you that more real, trustworthy, honest. Peace.